Have you ever thought of a simple ritual that can transform your financial life and start today? What if I told you that putting something under the pillow at night can attract prosperity and change your reality? It looks magical, right? But that's exactly what we'll find out now. Meet Anna and Marcos, a couple like many others, who lived with constant debt and concerns about money. They thought that, no matter how hard they tried, prosperity never arrived. But everything changed when they decided to experience a simple ritual that mixes spirituality and intention, and put an item under the pillow every night. You already felt like this, as if it didn't matter how much it tried, the financial opportunities simply didn't show up? This ritual, which at first glance may seem simple, has the power to change your relationship with money, and we will show you how. Stay until the end, because the magic of attracting money and prosperity may be closer than you think. If you are ready to transform your financial life, like this video and share your impressions in the comments. You will be surprised by the power of this practice and see how it can open new doors for you. Have you ever seen yourself in that situation in which it seems that all the effort is in vain? The accounts accumulate, money is never enough, and the feeling of impotence is growing every day. Marcos and Anna lived this reality. They were tired of fighting to keep their math up to date, not knowing where to start. The fear of never achieving financial stability took over your minds. With each new month, it seemed that money always left before they even achieved their dreams. The weight of this situation was present at all times. When the alarm clock played in the morning, the anguish took over. The pressure was constant, as if the universe were conspiring against. Each small obstacle seemed bigger, and anxiety only increased. All of this was affecting not only financial life, but also energy and willingness to try to change the situation. But as you will see below, there is a way to break this cycle and start attracting abundance to your life in a simple and practical way. Anna has always been a person linked to spirituality, but over time she realized that she needed to go beyond words and meditations. It was then that she began to incorporate simple rituals into her routine, something that practically connecting her to her intention to attract prosperity. One of these rituals was the famous pillow ritual. Every night she put a symbolic item of prosperity under her pillow, something that represented the abundance she wanted for her life. This small gesture not only helped focus her energy, but also to maintain a daily connection with what she wanted to manifest. Marcos, at first, thought this was silly. For him, it was another empty trick that people used to deceive themselves. However, what he did not know is that the real magic was in the change of mindset that these rituals could generate. Anna invited him to try, at least out of curiosity. What he did not imagine was that by integrating this kind of simple practice to everyday life, he would begin to feel changes not only in his environment, but within himself. If you are also ready to transform your financial life, write, "I am the energy of prosperity" in the comments below. In the early days of the ritual, Marcos was still skeptical, but began to realize something interesting. Every day he felt more confident and with a more open mind for new possibilities. What seemed to be a simple gesture began to change his thoughts. He began to focus more on the good things of his life, even in the small details. When he looked at his finances, instead of seeing only debts, he came to realize opportunities. The law of attraction, as Anna explained, was not something distant or magical, but a way to align his thoughts and actions with what he really wanted. Anna always said that the key was in focusing on the positive. From the moment Marcos began to practice positive thinking every day, he began to see a real change around him. More opportunities began to emerge, and he realized that by acting more positively, he was attracting the good things he wanted so much. The law of attraction was not just an abstract concept, it was working in practice. Prosperity was not something that would come suddenly, but something he would have to build day after day, with actions, mentality, and, of course, the ritual of the pillow. Anna has always talked about the importance of creating an energy cycle. For her, it was not a single gesture, but a commitment to herself. She knew that to really attract prosperity, it would be necessary to repeat the ritual for at least 3 nights in a row. This would help to strengthen your intentions and energies by creating a deeper connection with what it was looking for. Then Anna suggested to Marcos that he would devote himself to this ritual for 3 nights, without fail, to see if he really felt any impact. On the 3rd night, Marcos began to notice something curious. It was not just the fact that he placed an item under the pillow, but the feeling that arose with the repetition of the gesture. He felt more confident every day, as if his own energy was changing. It was no longer a simple act, but a real manifestation of his desires, which was becoming increasingly clear in his mind. He believed that by repeating the ritual, he was creating a stronger way to prosperity, which would begin to manifest in his life in a practical and tangible way. In the following days, Anna suggested that Marcos start writing down everything she dreamed at night. She believed that the universe always sent us signs, and these signs could manifest in our dreams or small insights that appeared throughout the day. Marcos, although not yet fully believed, decided to follow the advice. At first he thought it was just a superstition, but soon realized that dreams began to bring something deeper: clarity. In one of these nights, he dreamed of a door opening and, upon waking, felt a sense of peace and hope. When he reflected on the dream, he realized that it could be a sign of new opportunities coming. He began to pay more attention to the small details of his day, the events that once went unnoticed. These moments of attention and reflection brought to him a new perception of life. He understood that by recording his dreams and insights, he was creating a communication channel with the universe, ready to receive the opportunities to come. Over time, Marcos began to incorporate the practice of visualization into his routine. He remembered Anna's words, "What you see, you create." Each morning he reserved a few minutes to focus on what he wanted. He closed his eyes and saw himself in a more prosperous life, with a more comfortable home, fulfilling his dreams and with his balanced finances. He not only visualized, but also made positive statements every day, repeating to himself that he deserved the abundance and was open to receive it. At first he felt strange, as if trying to convince himself of something that was not real. But as the days passed, he began to believe more in statements and visualization. What he didn't imagine was that by focusing on these mental images, he was programming his mind to accept and manifest what he wanted most: financial prosperity. The words and images he repeated became powerful tools of transformation. Marcos was beginning to see his reality change as he fed his mind with successful thoughts and images. Anna had always known that nature had a special force. Crystals, bay leaves, garlic, and even incense were essential parts of their daily practice. She believed that these natural elements had powerful energies that could amplify any ritual or intention. Therefore, she suggested to Marcos to incorporate some of these elements into her own pillow ritual. The citron crystal, known as the crystal of abundance, was the first item he added to his routine. Over time, Marcos realized that these natural elements helped create a more positive and protected energy environment. The aroma of cinnamon incense, the soft touch of the crystal under the pillow, and the presence of garlic, which he always associated with protection, made him feel safer and more focused. He began to believe that these elements were not just symbols, but real drivers of positive energy. Each had a mission. The crystal attracted prosperity, the garlic protected, and the bay leaf helped open the ways. Anna always emphasized that prosperity did not depend only on a magical gesture, but on an internal transformation. Marcos then began to reflect on his limiting beliefs. Before, he believed he would never have enough, that money was always scarce. He realized that to attract wealth, it would be necessary to change his mindset about money. He came to see money not as negative, but as a powerful tool to create the life he wanted. This change of mindset also required practical actions. Marcos began to review his financial habits. Instead of spending without thinking, he started to save and invest more consciously. He adjusted his way of seeing finances, prioritizing planning and organization. Gradually, he felt that abundance was beginning to be part of his life more naturally. Every day he became more aligned with prosperity, adopting habits that were in accordance with his new goals and beliefs. He understood that for wealth to come, it was necessary to be responsible and disciplined with his finances. If you believe abundance is within your reach, write "I am the energy of prosperity" in the comments below. Anna always said that gratitude was a powerful key to opening doors, especially in the path of prosperity. She believed that, when grateful, we created a higher vibration, capable of attracting more good things to our lives. Marcos, initially skeptical, began to practice gratitude every day. Each morning, he would stop for a moment and think of everything he already had: health, the little moments of happiness, even the opportunities that began to emerge in his life. Over time, Marcos realized that, focusing on what was good, he attracted more reasons to thank. He began to feel an internal change, as if gratitude were an energy that connected him with the abundance he sought so much. He spent the night before bed, reflecting on what he had gained that day, and it raised his vibration, creating a space for more blessings. He understood that by showing gratitude, he was not only recognizing what he already had, but also paving the way for prosperity to manifest even greater ways. Marcos began to realize that spirituality and practical action needed to walk hand in hand. He had already changed his mindset, practiced gratitude, and incorporated the rituals in his daily life. But he knew that to attract real wealth, he needed to act concretely. He began planning his finances more carefully, creating a monthly budget and setting clear goals for his economies and investments. He understood that prosperity was not just a desire, but a consequence of daily decisions and solid planning. In his moments of meditation and visualization, Marcos was already in a more stable financial position, but he did not stop there. He put his energy into action, making smarter financial decisions, seeking growth opportunities, and educating himself over the financial world. He knew that action, coupled with careful planning, would be what would really make a difference in building his wealth. He was not content only with the rituals. He was ready to put into practice what spirituality and positive mindset had begun to turn into it. While Marcos deepened in rituals and spiritual practices, Anna shared with him a special trick, placing garlic, bay leaf, and a good luck coin under the pillow. She explained that these elements had a special power to attract protection, opportunities, and wealth. Garlic, with its protective energy, would ensure that nothing negative came into Mark's way. The bay leaf, a symbol of victory, would open the ways to new financial opportunities, while the currency would bring the energy of money to your life. At first Marcos was a little skeptical, but decided to try it. Every night he placed the items under the pillow before bed and made his prayers and statements of gratitude. Over time, he began to realize changes. His finances were more stable. He received proposals for new business and even an unexpected bonus at work. Marcos believed that together these elements created a strong energy field that helped attract what he wanted most: prosperity. He knew that magic was, in fact, in the combination of faith, the rituals, and practical actions he was taking. Marcos now knew that the true key to prosperity was to balance his energy with his actions. He realized that the rituals, gratitude, and changes in his mindset were fundamental, but without the practical attitude, nothing would happen. His journey was not about an instant miracle, but about a gradual transformation, where the spiritual and the material came together to create the abundance he has always desired. And you, are you ready to take the first step towards your own financial transformation? If you feel prepared to apply the rituals of abundance, change your financial habits, and open your ways, start right now. Remember, wealth is not just with your eyes closed, but with action and intention. Subscribe to the channel, enable notifications, and share this video with who is also looking for real changes in your life. The moment of prospering is now.